So, another round. So, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League developers hit with another round of layoffs. So, this is a game that was worked on by Sweet Baby Inc. as well. You notice that Sweet Baby Inc. isn't suffering at all during any of this. Every company that they've worked with has had to lay people off, and yet they're perfectly fine, aren't they? They have the perfect business strategy. They get to take all, zero risk, all the rewards. They've already gotten paid. So this they don't care. If this company goes out of business, they just move on to the next one. So again, notice how you don't hear, oh, Sweet Baby Inc. having to lay people off. No, it's always these gaming companies who work with them every single time. And yet people keep working with them. They're the touch of death. And yet people keep doing it. A new report claims that Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League developer Rocksteady was hit with another round of layoffs at the end of 2024. Eurogamer's Tom Phillips reports half a dozen staff impacted by the redundancies have spoken to Eurogamer to confirm the job losses under condition of anonymity to protect their careers. He went on to reveal the layoffs hit programming and artist teams, as well as more quality assurance members. Again, you don't see Sweet Baby Inc. having to lay any people off because they've already gotten paid. They've got the money. They don't have to worry about it. This new round of layoffs followed a previous one in September. So, December, more layoffs. They just had layoffs in September. Noticing a trend here, and yet people keeps working with Sweet Baby Inc. September, Phillips broke that news, as well as reported that half of Rocksteady's quality assurance department was laid off. It was reduced from 33 to 15. He also claimed that layoffs affected those outside of quality assurance as well, and have affected individuals across the board, from junior staff to individuals who have been with the company for over 5 years. The layoffs were not surprising, given the game's parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery, made it clear the game was a financial disaster soon after it released in February 2024. The company's chief financial officer, Gunnar Weidenfels, revealed during the company's first quarter earnings results webcast, starting with studios, the 400 million year-over-year decline during Q1 was primarily due to the very tough competition we face in games against the success of Hogwarts Legacy last year in the first quarter, in conjunction with a disappointing Suicide Squad release this past quarter, which we impaired, leading to $200 million impact to EBITDA during the first quarter. Later in 2024, Weidenfels revealed that the company's entire game division had over 300 million in write-downs. Results were impacted by the games for which we took another 100 million plus impairment due to the underperforming releases, primarily Multiverses this quarter, bringing the total write-down year to date to over 300 million in our game business, a key factor in this year's studio profit decline. In December, Rocksteady announced that the game would shut down in January 2025. I think we went over that. With Deathstroke joining the roster, the Suicides, we talked about that. Maybe if they had good characters all along, but no, make way for Mrs. Freeze, who's looking more like Mr. Freeze. When the game released at the beginning of February 2024, it had hit a peak concurrent player count of 13,000 players. The game quickly saw that player base evaporate. Within a month, the game was only posting a 24-hour peak of 436. The game has seen a small revitalization in December after Warner Brothers discounted the game at by 95%, but clearly not enough. I mean, they wanted it to be up here, but it's down here. So people can say, oh, well, it was successful. No, it wasn't. Look at this. Does that look successful? That's like getting, for a dude, like, oh man, look at it. I'm a little hard. And then claiming it's like a success. No, that's not what you want. You want it to be up here. You want it to be more like that, not this. So this thing, that's tiny peepee stuff. It's tiny peepee. It looks like my peepee. So we want big peepee numbers up here, not tiny peepee right down here. But so I mean it's exactly what I said. They did that and they were hoping that it was just like, oh my god, look at all the play. No, no. They were selling the deluxe edition for that was $100 for only $5. The base game for $350. They're selling for about $350. And then the digital upgrade for like $30-40. So they thought like, oh my god, this is gonna be a winning strategy of making money. Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh is there any comments? Nope, does not look like it. No. No, it doesn't look like it. Of course, it's not going to have comments yet. It only was posted a few minutes ago. Um, but yeah, if you notice, you never hear Sweet Baby Inc. having to lay people off. It's always these game companies, Ubisoft, BioWare, Rocksteady, all of these companies that Sweet Baby Inc. has worked with. Maybe stop working with them. They clearly don't give a crap. The game was terrible. It disrespected the characters, and people were like, "Why?" Okay, but why though? Um, but instead of, like I said, they just completely disrespected the characters. The game wasn't fun. And then in a desperate attempt, they're like, "Oh yeah, here's the game for like 95% off. Please buy it. Please buy it." It's just like Ubisoft coming out with the father. It's like, oh, 95% of gamers haven't unlocked the father in Star Wars Outlaws. All you have to do is finish the side quests, and then it's like, no, just stop. No one wants to play the game. No one wants to play. And telling gamers that, oh, you haven't unlocked that, it's not going to make them want to play. It's just not. You know, it's you could say like, oh my god, if you play this game, you will discover the literal meaning of life, and players will be like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. You can keep your meaning of life. I'm good. So again, they were selling the deluxe edition, for which is $100. Actually, hang on. I was thinking maybe it was a holiday thing. Let's see if it's back up to regular price. Hang on. Nope, and it's right back up to the overly priced amount that it was already at. So yeah, this game's not making any more money. Um, yeah, and then you have all the shill reviews. I now have February 2nd circled on my calendar. Fast, ferocious, and totally unhinged in a good way. A blockbuster worthy story. Let's an i7. What else? What? I mean, I could run it. I just don't want to play it. Like, at all. Bad, 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 bad. And you have like over here as well, just like bad. 13th, Jesus. Um, but yeah, that's they should have just kept it at half price or not half price, 95% off, because now no one else is gonna want to buy it. But then again, the game's being, you know, it doesn't really matter because the game's not getting any more updates or anything in February. So, wait, it was saying it's being, um, yeah, it's just to a season, finishing with the season and just the game in general. So it's like if there's no new content being produced for it, which I mean doesn't really matter. No one liked the content anyway. So I guess having 69, back up to 69.99, not really gonna do much because no one's gonna buy the game anyway. But I think it's hilarious that all these companies are the ones having to lay people off, and yet Sweet Baby Inc., the one thing that all these companies have in common, never have to lose anyone. They just rake in the money. So yeah, they were just hit with layoffs in September, and now they got hit with another round of layoffs. Maybe stop working with Sweet Baby Inc. Maybe start making games that people like Arkham Asylum. I mean, that was a winning game right there. People liked it. So how about making more games like that instead of games like this that push certain agendas and disrespect characters that people love? Why not stick to what made you popular in the first place? Arkham Asylum. I mean, it seems like a winning strategy. I don't know why you wouldn't just stick with it. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.